It's just a suggestion for the CBI. My lord, the old
There is
test,
there is one concern. But in Wikipedia, the name and photo of the girl is still there, my lord.
We have directed by
The lordship
judicial order that
have,
it
my
should
lord,
be
but it
pulled down.
continues to.
All the photographs, her name must
We
be
will, my
pulled
lord,
down.
the moment we
They are not
intimate
taking
there
it
is a
down, my lord.
problem, but we will intimate, my lord, them to put
We
take
will,
it down.
we will pass an order because the name of her name and photographs cannot be used.
Yes.
And photographs should not be there.
And it may be specifically mentioned, my
You
lord.
have it
exact-
here, Mr. Solicitor?
Yeah.
You have it, just give it to us.
That direction was.
What is the date? Yes, we passed that direction. What is the date of the downloading here?
My lord, yesterday my learned friend Mr. Agarwal downloaded. It's still yesterday it is there, my lord.
And Wikipedia was contacted and asked to remove it, and they said we refuse to be censored. This was their response. As of yesterday, they were.
But this is
contacted.
not censored. You are
This is-
you are right, but
No, we
this is
agree
not
with you all.
privacy.
We
You are
agree.
being told not to commit an
Because
offense.
law mandates non-disclosure
Yes,
of the
yes. It's an
identity of
offense
the
to disclose.
deceased in a case involving rape and murder.
228 A, my lord.
Absolutely, my lord.
So it's file 228A of the IPC.
So this is not censoring Wikipedia. This is only asking them not to commit an offense.
All right, we'll deal with that.
But
Yes,
it is
yes.
still, we have checked up. It's still there. Still,
All
it is
right.
there.
We'll pass an order. Yes, sir.
in the past, as far as DNA was concerned, there was a test called the STR test. Now we have GMON testing. Now, my lord, it is up to the CBI to take this particular technology because this is what is where the whole DNA is taken and it is done. This is the latest technology which is available.
The genome testing.
Genome test. I will not, I know exactly when the learned solicitor says that external agencies are being used. I was going to use that point, but I will not use it. There's also tower thumping technology. I believe that my,
Rest assured. We don't.
the last, but which is really troubling me from day one, is that there has to be two seizure lists. One at the place of occurrence, what they seized. The second is at where the postmortem took place. Because there were these samples which were collected from the lady concerned, from the victim. When I was harping on the last occasion that the jeans and the undergarments never went to the postmortem doctor, now that has been clarified that to the PM doctor, I do not. But my lord, I don't have a copy of the case diary, but lordships will now have to look into the case diary. Because what is troubling is that the seizures had to take place in the PM room with regard
I
to
know.
all the samples which were collected. Now, what your lordships has to see is that on the next morning, that is the 10th, at 10:30 a.m., whether those samples were sent to the magistrate. Why? Because the magistrate has to then forward it to the CFSL. What was the date on which these samples were sent to the magistrate for forwarding? Now, what the state will say is that 10th and 11th, which was a Saturday and Sunday, CFSL was closed.
In fact, I won't give again details here of the date because it will dislocate the investigation. We don't want someone to take advantage of it as a technical issue later on.
Yes.
But what the CBI has revealed in its status report is worse. It is really disturbing.
My lord, I have understood what they have disclosed.
You know-
I know what is where they are heading. That's why I'm not being able to.
What you
disclose it.
are flagging is of the utmost concern. I can only share with you that we are ourselves disturbed by what we have said, and this is what CBI itself told us. See page F at page 4. Flagged it for us. They are themselves very concerned about the fact that this is what is happening.
Another thing which is very disturbing is that the Kolkata police has only given 27 minutes of the footage. My lord, why has the entire footage till date not been seized? And when the Kolkata police gave it, did they use a instrument called the blocker device?
What is it called?
Blocker device, because that ensures that the hash value does not change. Now, it is very important. What is a hash value? It is basically the fingerprint of any electronic document. Now, the CBI has to seize the entire footage.
Mr. Solicitor, this aspect, which we highlighted last time during the course of the hearing.
Page ground G, page 5. We have
Just
not.
give us a minute. Just give us a minute.
Yes, ground G, not ground, my lord. Para number G, page 5.
But, Mr. Solicitor, can you not summon ask the state police to make sure that this is handed over to you?
It's not handed over.
You have to seize it. You are investigating.
That process is on. That process is.
So 40 days have passed. Whether it has been rewritten or not, that also we.
That's.
Have you seized?
The difficulty is, my lord,
Please
devices
ensure
are.
that you seize the DVR. And just find out, have you used the blocker device or not? Because you have to ensure the authenticity of the hash value.
And whether it is overwritten or not, because the devices can be overwritten.
That depends on the capacity of the storage device.
See, CBI has to ensure, because today your investigating officer is completely in charge of your investigating team.
Correct.
Make sure that the CBI itself seizes the entire, the DVR and the entire video footage.
Or it has to be from before and it has to be after.
Absolutely.
And not only that.
Oh, you're absolutely right on
The
that.
troubling
You have-
factor is,
We have
my lord,
absolute clarity, you're right on that, and we hope that the CBI is going to do
the
that. now.
troubling factor is, my lord, that whatever was leaked to the media with regard to this particular accused, I'm not going into that. But my lord, till date, the sketch map has not been shown to your lord. Because from what I have learned is that the place where the camera was placed is not at the entrance of that room, seminar room. There are also other entrances and exits that the CBI will investigate because it could have come from the other side and gone. And my lord, the last thing is, my lord, lordships, why? Because from my lord, the dead body challan, my lord, is now at rest because of the fact that it was shown to the Calcutta High Court. And my lord, we have footage. When the document was being looked at, I specifically said to my lords over there that this is the dead body challan. There was an acceptance and the thing was flagged. So there is no dispute that there is a dead body challan. My lord, the last thing is, my lord, on the ground,
Mr. Solicitor, just make sure, because even last time learned counsel had said that the dead body challan, that statutory form, was in fact shown to the Calcutta High Court. So ensure that, you know, your counsel there actually traces what was produced for the Calcutta High Court
That is
and
being
hands
done.
it over to you, because has some bearing on what you have stated in the status
Yes, yes, my
report.
lord, because we are not given that copy.
my lord, if there is any dispute, I bought the
When
pen
CBI,
drive.
when
But
the
you can hand it
local
over
police
to the-
handed over,
You can hand it over to the solicitor right now.
The pen
so
drive.
that it-
I don't want
IO
to
is
speak out of turn, Malas. This is an entire misstatement, but as and when your lordship
No,
give
but
me
that-
opportunity.
Let the CBI, he has something in his custody.
Yeah.
CBI will look into it.
Yes, yes, absolutely, Malas.
Because
That
we have
five
made
three
a
seven one was
specific
handed over is a
statement
complete misstatement.
that when
Anyway.
we were given the documents by the Calcutta police, this is not what is given to us.
Right, what we will do is, apropos what the concerns are which have been expressed, we'll first record a short order. Please send a message across that the reason why we are not recording detailed reasons is simply because we do not want the investigation to be dislocated. Any word which we will say here should not put someone who is under scrutiny on guard and ultimately destroy the very cause for which all of you are appearing over here. But please rest assured that a lot of issues which you have raised in your in the letter by the parents, by learned counsel before us, is something which CBI has also flagged in the status report. But we will,
But my lord, I'm not,
May I just
but it
make
should
one
be
more
looked
point?
at, yes.
Just to say, since the matter, if my lords would consider, my lords is taking status reports. The matter is coming up before the Kolkata High Court also tomorrow. Then the matter, since it's being looked into and monitored by this court present, no.
My lord, it is
other
simply
cases are
adjourned.
there.
It is simply adjourned.
Adjourned.
My lord,
I-
sorry,
Justice is a seasoned judge with very long standing on the bench. He knows what to do. We shouldn't tell him what to do. Learned
Well,
judge
just one last-
learned judge knows what to do when the.
just one last
Uh,
point
may
before your
I
lordships.
Respond to some of the things that have been said by him, Malas. For example, he said, Malas, there is no sketch map. The sketch
Can
map
you
is
just say
here.
this?
I have never said there was.
Well, Lords, if we
One
may
second,
go
let's
turn
not
by
get
turn.
into this repartee between members of the bar. If after you read our, or after we dictate the order, you feel that we have taken into account something and made any adverse observation against you, come back to us.
Well,
at
the
that
only,
point of
may I
time.
say, the only
Yes.
problem is once this statement is made, Malas, that there was no sketch map.
I never said there was no sketch.
Well, that they-
It's not been produced.
That's
by
what
other-
exactly he said. Malas, that 5371 was shown to the High Court, Malas. In fact, we have a complete answer for it because 5371 was never used since 1997.
But Mr. Sibal, we'd like one
Well, this is
element of
not,
cooperation.
what
by
happens is
Calcutta
their
Police.
statement goes on record.
No, but the Calcutta police must also now cooperate with the CBI
They-
because they want the entirety of the footage.
Well, it's all there. Well, it's given. Well, 7 to 8 hours of footage is given.
Why would they?
Well,
So footage.
GRB, Ola, ask your police
Yes.
team.
Yes,
Has the,
quite clear.
Asta, 1 second.
four hard disks.
Has the DVR been handed over to? the
Yes,
CBI?
yes. This is what happens, Mullah. The statement is made that it is not handed over. It is handed over in front of people. Mullah, it is not as doctors.
7 minutes, my lord. My director.
What's the
is
point?
here.
7 to
My
8
additional
hours.
director is here.
8 hours.
Not fair.
My lord, it's the
Map
storage
also
device.
handed over.
DVR, not just the CCTV.
Everything is handed over.
Challan is not used. It's a
Now, Lord, we-
slip, which
We have a taking over document here.
has been signed
Mullah,
by CBI.
1 second.
But that DVR.
We have a taking over document signed by CBI.
The DVR has only 27 minutes. That's
What they are saying is this, that the DVR was handed over, but it has only a recording of 27 minutes footage.
It was sealed, Mullah. It was sealed.
7
But
to
They
8
have
hours.
opened it.
Maybe so it was sealed, but nobody can claim that, well, CBI has destroyed any.
We are
part
not
of
saying
it.
that, Mullah. We are not saying that.
But therefore CBI is saying,
But when they say I
out
don't
of
have,
what was sealed and given to us, there's only 27 minutes.
7
not true, not true.
7 to 8
search
hours.
and seizure.
7 to 8 hours.
Search and seizure.
Hard drive,
But it
7
is
to 8
relevant.
hours.
To 8 hours.
Because, my lord, the
Hard drive.
4 hard drives
seizure
are
of
given, Mullah. What's the
samples
point of this
is
kind of?
relevant.
But then, Mr. Solicitor, this is a matter for further investigation.
Yes, you
You
investigate.
have the SHO in your custody.
Yes,
Yes.
Otherwise, things go on record.
Spot map handed over. Requisition slip handed over with the dead body.
Anything that is verified can also be retrieved.
Of course. Investigation, Mullah.
There are two distinct things. Brother
Yes.
Manoj Mishra
Yes,
pointed
yes,
it out.
yes.
One is the video footage of the search and seizure.
Correct.
Independent of that, you have the DVR of the CCTV
Yes.
of the hospital, the medical
Yes.
college, particularly around the seminar room.
Hold on, don't.
Now, 1 second. We therefore want to know, has the DVR of the CCTV footage
Yes, handed
been
over.
handed
one
over to the CBI?
One pen drive of
Because
capacity. Mullah, kindly.
CBI says, when CBI says that we have
Mullah, I'll
27
read it. Mullah.
27 minutes of the raw footage of the search and
Search and
seizure,
seizure. Correct.
that they do not dispute about
Correct.
27 minutes.
Correct.
When has the DVR of the CCTV at the hospital been
That
handed
is-
over to the
yes.
CBI is what we want to know.
Well, on 14th of August, one pen drive of capacity 32 GB SanDisk cruiser blade containing CCTV footage of camera number that installed at the northern wall of male ward Department of Respiratory Medicine at 3rd floor of emergency building of RG Medical College, having coverage of the entrance of the Department of Pulmonary, etc., handed over, signed by them. Then
That
second-
is-
One
does
camera-
not
second,
cover the
one
seminar
second.
hall.
Just a second. From what you disclose,
Yes.
it appears that footage in relation to one camera outside the
Mullah, if you
department.
allow me
The seminar hall.
Allow me
that's
to
the
read the
problem.
rest, Mullah.
All right, go ahead and
The
see.
rest.
Yes.
My lord,
You-
no.
Because
I
up to
just
now,
read one paragraph.
all right, just read out the rest.
Yeah, the rest is one pen drive of capacity 32 GB. This cruiser blade containing the copy of the CCTV footage as mentioned in item 1 of seizure list dated so and so.
That's only.
White seizure list dated so and so. One pen drive of capacity 32 GB SanDisk cruiser blade containing CCTV footage of camera 16 installed at the ground floor on the eastern side wall of the main entrance admission ticket counter of emergency building of RG Hospital behind the drinking water kiosk facing towards southwest direction, covering the main entrance gate of KCRG handed over. Then one pen drive of capacity 32 GB, this cruiser blade made pen drive containing copy of CCTV footage as mentioned in item 3 of seizure list dated 11 handed over. Well, then what is the point of saying?
Why would all
One
cameras?
second.
Further.
May I say this?
Yes.
You have identified the specific cameras in relation to which,
All of
All
them.
of them.
is it your statement that nothing remains with the
Yes,
Kolkata police?
yes, all of them handed over. All of them.
All cameras.
All
They have signed
cameras
off on it.
Camera suggesting the
part of the
seminar
diary,
room.
they've
Let them
signed
make a
off on it.
statement, my lords.
Why don't you read? Why just we give it, Malaj?
Yes. Handed over and signed off by them.
Page 5G, your lordships have seen. We have obtained from the authorities.
May I just hand over, Malaj, everything that's been handed over?
Signed off by them.
Just a Solicitor General file.
Yes. Yes,
How many exhibits were totally seized during the search and
yes,
seizure?
we'll just show that, your lordship.
Just tell us
Hand it,
how
just
many,
hand it over the.
just tell us how many exhibits were
Well,
seized?
just take this document,
What was signed off?
this is what was signed off. Malaj.
When we handed it over to CBI, this is what was
Signed
signed
off
off,
by
my lord.
Pen drive, hard disk, everything is there.
Can you share a copy, please?
Multiple hard disks.
Can you share a copy?
We'll give it to you.
There is a pen drive.
And bottom left corner is the CBI signature, Malaj.
Because on the whole, there are in the hospital.
Capacity
Everything-
of pen drive is not relevant. It may be capacity of 100 GB, but it might contain few minutes.
They should have checked. It's 40 days now.
You had these pen drives.
You've had these pen drives, you should have checked.
Oh, this list which you have given us indicates that several pen drives have been handed.
Yes, yes. Serial number 12 onwards is the hard drive.
Hard disks.
Malaj, the four cameras, Malaj, in the Arjikar hospital are connected with all the cameras stored in 4 hard drives. All the cameras are stored in 4 hard drives and all of that's been handed over.
And 12, 13, 14, 15 other hard drives.
Well, then this ultimately is a matter of investigation.
In total.
And then Malaj, another statement was
Just
made
give
that
us a moment, just give us a moment. The
Form. That was
a status report dated 17 September 2024 has been filed by Shri Satyavir Singh DIG stroke HOB stroke SC dash stop. During the course of the hearing, we have heard the learned counsel appearing on behalf of, learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parents of the deceased, the resident doctors, and intervening associations who are appearing, and the original petitioners before the High Court. Full stop. We have explained to the learned after we have age, it would not be in the interests of a fair and complete investigation to disclose the leads which are being pursued by the CBI or the line of investigation. This may only lead to the dislocation of the investigation or destruction of evidence. We'll stop. All the learned counsel representing the resident doctors and other groups appearing in these proceedings have also agreed in their understanding that it would not be appropriate for any further disclosures to be placed in the public realm at this stage. Full stop. However, the status report which has been submitted, full stop. A letter dated 12 September 2024, addressed by the father of the deceased to the investigating officer of the CBI, has been shared with the court. Full stop. The letter expresses the genuine concerns of the parents of the deceased and contains specific inputs on certain aspects on which investigation should be directed by the CBI. Full stop. Bearing in mind the concern of the parents of the deceased, the genuine concern of the parents of the deceased, we are of the view that the inputs which have been furnished by the father of the deceased in his letter dated 12 September 2024 should be duly taken note of by the investigating officer so that appropriate modalities are followed to explore the leads which have been indicated in the letter. Full stop. Further, responding to the request of the father of the deceased, the Solicitor General has assured the court that CBI would maintain contact with the parents and would keep them informed hereafter so as to assuage their genuine concerns in regard to the investigation. Full stop. Next. Appearing on behalf of the resident doctors, Ms. Indira Jaising, appearing on behalf of the resident doctors, submitted that there is definite material available with the resident doctors indicating the presence of persons at the scene of crime which they would wish to share. He stated that it would not be appropriate in the interest of the investigation to reveal names at this stage, but details would be handed over immediately to the investigating officer of the CBI. Full stop. This may be done so that necessary.
May I also share it with the learned Solicitor General, my lord?
Copy may be
She can
shared
give
with
me in a
the,
sealed cover, I'll send it
may
in
be
a sealed
shared with the
condition.
Solicitor General, who would in turn make it available to the investigating officer of the CBI in charge of the investigation. Full stop. Next.
I speak, Your Honor, on the Medical Institute of India.
Which have been expressed before this court by the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the original petitioners may similarly be recorded in the form of a communication and handed over to the Solicitor General for onward transmission to the CBI so that necessary steps can be taken along any lines, so that necessary steps can be taken if any valuable inputs or leads are made available in the course of the investigation. Full stop. Then we will say that
Addition, if your lordships can consider, many of the concerns of the parents in the father's letter are taken care of, but we will,
Court has said.
yes.
Okay. Full stop. Having perused the letter dated 12 September 2024 of the father of the that many of the concerns which have been expressed in the letter form the subject matter of the active investigation which is being pursued by the CBI. However, nonetheless, a copy of the entirety of the communication would be made available to the CBI so that it can follow an appropriate line of investigation as required in the interest of justice. Now we'll
Lords, on this, if we may just briefly
yeah.
state,
During
my
the
lord.
course of the hearing, the court has been apprised of the fact that that Wikipedia still continues to maintain on its website the name of the deceased and any photograph as well as
Only name. I
Only the
think.
name is there. I think.
Blurred the name, the photograph, but the name is there.
The photograph is also there. It's a different sketch, but it is.
as well as a copy of her. That is a portrait in graffiti. It's not
Yes,
a real life
it's
photograph.
not a photograph, only the name is.
Yeah, that's only a. It's only an impression. It's not.
Well,
you know,
that-
it
that
says
is a very-
it says X's portrait in graffiti at Dhaka University. So that I think we need not refer to.
Somebody is
It.
representing.
The
It's only an artist's
It's a
impression.
representative.
First page and another thing, my lord, the girl had a specific hairstyle and my lord, this graphic is my lord, depicting her everywhere. My lord. That's the unfortunate part, but the name is there on the first page.
It's the name which is,
Assign ourselves to the name.
yes.
But the provisions of Indian law are clear in this respect, full stop. In the interest of maintaining the dignity and privacy of the deceased, it has been clearly the governing principle is that the identity of the deceased in a case involving alleged rape and the injunction which has been issued in the present